Hey YouTube, Pacific TacWest here, bringing you an overview of the Walther PPS. Now, before I get into this, let's go ahead and do a quick safety check. As you can see, no rounds in the magazine, no rounds in the chamber. So the very first gun that I purchased many years ago was the Walther P99. And when the Walther PPS first came on the market, I immediately fell in love with it. One, because I had already owned a Walther and I was very impressed by the level of quality in regards to the type of firearm they produce. But also, the magazine release button on the Walther was unique. I mean, coming from a guy who pretty much shot Glocks and other like firearms where you had the magazine release button, on this you have something where it's just right by your trigger finger, and it's ambidextrous, which is great for a left-handed shooter like myself. Now this particular gun is chambered in the 9mm. They also make it in a 40 Smith & Wesson, but the P99 I had was actually a 40 Smith & Wesson, so I wanted to go at 9mm this time on this Walther purchase. So in looking at why I went with this, aside from just a great experience with Walther, was how slim this firearm is. And just some of the features that they added to this gun to make sure that it was a safe gun to fire. One thing that I noticed was in regards to the firing indicator. And that is so that you can see it comes up a little bit there. And I had to figure out why. I didn't know if there's something that was wrong with my gun, and I did a little bit of research. And Walther intentionally designed that so that when you're reholstering this weapon, your thumb is over this. So you can't accidentally discharge it if your finger were to be on the trigger. I don't know why it would be, but if it was by mistake, your thumb is pushing in the holster and you won't accidentally discharge the firearm. So I thought that was a really cool safety feature on this. In addition to that unique feature, I was also just drawn to this gun from its overall size. It's extremely narrow, it's got a very slim profile, but yet it chambers up to 7 rounds in this magazine, and they also have an 8 round as well. Naturally though, as when you go for the higher capacity rounds for this, your gun goes longer. That's why I prefer to use the 7 round magazine. Now, in addition to just going over some points of this gun, I also want to take a moment just to show you how easy it is to field strip, to clean this weapon. And that's always something that I look for in a gun, where it's something where, alright, if I'm at the range, if it's actually at an indoor range, great, you know, there might be a gunsmith on site if something goes wrong. But if I'm not and I'm out in just an outdoor range or just out in the woods or what have you, shooting or having fun for the day, how easy and how many tools do I need, and if I forget something, can I still fix the gun so I can still enjoy my day shooting? So with this gun, the one thing that I thought was unique about the Walther is how it has this back here that actually acts as a safety mechanism. So without this put back on the gun, it will not bring the striker back to the firing position and keep it there. So when you are field stripping, don't lose that piece. Once that's off, similar to the Glocks, you have that piece there. Simply bring this slide back, drop that down. And that's it. Very easy to disassemble. And very easy to reassemble. Now, with the backstrap, there are dots that match up there. All you do is simply line those up and push. That's it. You know it's ready. You can see that striker there. Now to show you what that looks like, if you actually lost this or you didn't put it back on and went to chamber it, as you can see, the trigger will not go into the firing position because the striker is not pulled back. There we go. So thanks for watching this overview. The next video I upload will be of how this gun performs at the range. So please check back for that. From Pacific TacWest, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and be sure to check back for future uploads.